How y'all doing out there in YouTube land, vinyl community, and whatever the hell else you're doing out there? It's your friendly neighborhood funky phantom vinyl collector here with a few goodies from several different outlets that we will get into very shortly, but enough talking about haven't even got anywhere yet. But make sure you've like and subscribe this video channel, whatever, I don't know, the YouTube thing everyone says to do. Make sure you do that. But enough with all the intro and everything that's not this. Let's get into these, please. Oh, let's do it. Okay, well, I just realized I wasn't recording about a couple minutes into this video, and I ended up unboxing one of these packages. Yeah. This one's already open. Haven't taken it out yet, so we can start from there. But yeah, got the trusty box cutter here. We're gonna get into these packages. I know what 3 of them out of 4 are. I don't know what 1 is, because I don't think I got the tracking and shipping information for it yet. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna figure out what it is. I know what this one is though. And before, right when I realized I wasn't recording, I was given a disclaimer that if you are squeamish in any way, have a soft stomach, whatever you want to call it, if you are not a fan of gore or just any of that, if you're just squeamish, the cover to this album, it's not for the light at heart. Light at heart, or is it faint at heart? Whatever. It's a pretty graphic cover. I'm gonna say that. Even I'm not looking forward to seeing it first, because I've only seen it on my phone in small setting, or whatever you call it, you know, streaming wise. So this is the big life size, I guess, 12-inch version of this graphic, one of the most graphic album covers I've seen in quite a minute. I'll just let you know straight up, just in case you're wondering what it is. This is the cover. This is Vane's. This is a band named Vane. This is their album Errorzone, and if you know what the cover of that album looks like, then you either know what to expect or you're already looking away. But yeah, about to show the cover. I'm about to take the album out now. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit much. Yeah, this is the cover of the album. It's on splatter vinyl too, so that's something to check out. All right, I think we've seen enough of that. It comes from Closed Casket. So yeah, nice sticker for them to send. Cool. Next one to unbox. All right, I took my rings off, because why would I wear rings when I'm unboxing shit? So yeah, these aren't from the same place. I think they just all came the same day, and the post office or whoever was nice enough to yeah, just put them all together for me. So cool, thank you, appreciate it, United States Post Office or UPS. Appreciate that. Okay, where's the mark? Yeah, there we go. Gotta be careful sometimes, because you don't wanna fuck up the actual packaging, the actual record, you know. Alright, this part. Right down the middle. That garden tissue. What is in box number 2? What could it be? Ah! Perfect. Okay, I did get shipping for this one. I just didn't get, I just wasn't expecting, I guess. Do you know what this album is? Do you know the cover of this? Man, this is one of my favorite albums ever. And now I finally own it. It's Fishbone's The Reality of My Surroundings. Their third album, which I have the second album and I have the Fishbone EP. I don't have their first album, In Your Face. I need that one. But, yeah, it's dope. Awesome, 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 awesome. Cool. Box number 3, Prettiest. Do we need to? I don't think we need to. I think we can just do this actually instead. Let's take this tab. There we go. There we go. Open it like that. Unfold. Bam. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, what is this? Hinds performing Spanish bombs from the Clash. What? Hold up. Is this the record? I don't think I was expecting this. If I was expecting this. This is the Prettiest Curse by Hinds. Hinds is one of my favorite bands. I got their first album, Leave Me Alone, and I think it was their first U.S. show. I'm not sure, or at least their first headlining U.S. show in D.C. And they met and took pictures and signed autographs with everyone after the show. And I have a picture that I will insert here of me with these 3, but each one of them signed them. Actually, you know, I have 2 pictures. I have a picture with all of them. So yeah, so happy to get that. I'm very confused on this. I'm not. This is. I guess I can play this. This is such. I'm not used to this format of vinyl. That's why it was kind of odd to take it out the thing, but take out the sleeve. But I guess I would just put this on the spindle and let it play. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And last but not least, I know what this is. I'm very excited about this. Okay. Tape stuck to my finger. Damn it. There we go. Okay. Elbow grease to get that bad boy open. Headspace by Issues. I'm a huge Issues fan. I mean, you would think that I'm a fan of any of the bands I just got these records from, wouldn't you? So yeah. Here it is. Yeah, let's talk about right now. So let's go through each record and let's talk a little bit about them. Why I got them. So I'm gonna put this right here for a second. Let's talk about this stuff, man. Let's talk about this. So, got into Issues around the time their first record, their first album came out. And the way I got into them is, if you can't tell, those are bass guitars. And I grew up on metalcore, emo, screamo, whatever, you know, post-hardcore, mathcore, whatever you want to call it. I grew up on all that stuff. And I kind of fell out of it when bands like Black Veil Brides and Asking Alexandria and deathcore started to really become prominent for my generation or the next coming generation. See if I can save that sticker. So I had just gravitated to more technical stuff and older bands because I was getting deep into bass playing. And so I can't remember how I got to whatever to this, but I was just kind of curious as to who was the best bass player of these sorts of bands, of those scenes, of like the metalcore scene of that time, I guess you would say. Pop punk and all that stuff, you know, Rise Records, Fearless Records, Epitaph type bands. And I think it was an alternative press field for like best bass player, or the AP Awards. I think it was that video for best bass player. And I can't remember who won exactly, but I just remember some people in the comments, or at least one person in the comments was just like, you know, Skylar Accord should have won because at least he can slap. And I was like, okay, who's Skylar Accord? Because slapping, I love slapping. Slap basses, that's my thing. And so I looked up what band Sky was in, and it was Issues. And Sky had some playthrough videos on his personal YouTube channel. I was like, this dude's good. So I checked out his band to see, you know, how his playing style was implemented into their music style, whatever it was. And I just really grew into the shit. I liked the weird kind of nu metal-ish take of how they were bringing in influences from hip-hop and R&B, modern hip-hop and R&B, into kind of pop punk and the metalcore thing. Like they were bridging two things that were relevant to, you know, the generation at the time, you know. And so when this album was announced, I was hyped, especially because the first single, The Realist, you can see that, that's a damn good song. It's a really good song. And Sky has a bass solo in it. So I was like, this album's gonna be awesome. And I was all about it. I don't remember if they had this on vinyl at the time for pre-orders. But I did pre-order it on CD, along with merch, you know, like a hoodie and stuff. And I saw them twice during this whole run. I saw them with Falling in Reverse and Motionless in White, and then I saw them on the Headspace tour. It was them, Volumes, and some other bands I missed. But yeah, so this album and the whole era behind this record is very special to me, because I saw them play these songs several times. I mean, I saw them on the last Warped Tour they did in Columbia, Maryland, when it was just the four of them. You know, right after Michael had left or been kicked out the band. And I mean, just they get better each time. I didn't get to see them on the Beautiful Oblivion run of things. I got my ticket to see them with Dance Gavin Dance and Animals as Leaders for this year, but I mean, of course, that's probably gonna get postponed. It's been moved to August, but who knows if that'll still be going on. But I do hope to see them do those songs, Beautiful Oblivion songs, live. I do have that on vinyl over there as well. But yeah, Issues, Headspace. This is my favorite record though, by them. Beautiful Oblivion is almost like it's about to knock it out, because I really like what they did on Beautiful Oblivion. But this is the one that cemented them more as one of my favorite bands today. I love every song on here. Every song. This year was, well, there wasn't any special anniversary for it, but the anniversary for the release of it, they did multiple reissues. What am I doing with my hands? Reissues of this on vinyl. So I said I have to have one. I gotta have one. So that's what we have. Ground cover vinyl. I don't really need this because I already have it on record. But if you want to give this album a listen, focus on that. Just pause the video. Hopefully you caught that. Fuck 12 indeed. Yeah. Special vinyl. It's like a blurry, clear and blue kind of, I don't know, blur mixture. I dig it though, because this is basically like the colors of the record, of the cover, basically. So, give it a sleeve, give it a nice plastic sleeve to protect it. Let's see if we can salvage that sticker here. Let's see if we can get it, y'all. Yeah, I got it. Boo. Yeah. Also, another thing that makes this special, last album with Michael on it. Their screaming vocalist. Yeah. It was the end of an era. Last of an era. Let's talk about Hinds now. So, Hinds are a Spanish band. I believe they're from Brazil. No, Madrid, Brazil. Then they would be Brazilian. They're from Madrid, I believe. And yeah, funny enough, I got into them through their Nardwuar interview. That's how I got into them. I thought they were really cool. They just seemed really cool. And I was really intrigued to hear what they sounded like with their. It seemed like they were big fans of the Strokes, and I'm not a big fan of the Strokes, but I was just intrigued by what a Spanish band of lovely ladies, heavily influenced by the Strokes, sounded like. And I really enjoyed what I heard, man. That first record, Leave Me Alone. Songs like Warts, Chili Town, Easy, Bamboo. A lot of those songs were really good. I love the melodies of their guitars. That is it Carlotta? I think is the lead guitarist. They're a fun band, man. Gatefold. Check it out. Seen them live twice. And yeah, like I said, and I've shown, first time I saw them, got to meet them. They were really nice. She said she liked my style. Leave it to Anna. She said she liked my style, which was cool. I had to compliment, is it a day? I think it's a day. The bass player. I had to compliment her on her bass playing. Bass player to another bass player. I had to show her some love. I think she appreciated that. And Amber was just chilling by herself. She was just off by herself. And she was really sweet. They made a good impression, first impression meeting them, out of really almost out of any band I've met that I'm a fan of. And yeah, that meant a lot. So a lot of you bands, musicians out there, you know, who are kind of funny about meeting fans, just know, man, it means a lot. It does, and it's pretty important when, you know, to make a good impression on your fans. I know it's hard to keep up, you know, interest and, you know, how you feel meeting a stranger, basically, especially if you're getting complimented by them, but or they just want a picture from you, you don't know who they are. But, you know, a good interaction goes a long way with a fan. That's what I'll say. Yeah, keep that in mind. This is also colored vinyl. Light blue. Light blue. Ooh. That smells good. That smells good. I can't put my finger on exactly how it smells, but it's a nice fresh smell. This is like a sky blue, would you say, maybe? Oh, I think we got a poster. Hold up. Let's see what this is. It's like they took the same picture on the album cover, except just at home, less, you know, less photo shoot like. And is it me, as a Hinds fan to another Hinds fan, does it seem like A Day Is Always, if that's her name, it could be Aid, I don't know. It's always seemed like they put her at the bottom, or she just always likes being at the bottom of everybody, like at the bottom of the pictures. Cause I think that's the same place. I think it's kind of like the same pose she does on the last record, I Don't Run. I have a lot of posters, things now that I need. Can't wait to hang up when I get a new place. Thanks to all these records I have that come with posters. By the way, I have heard this record. Just came out recently, of course. This is a new record. I don't know why I haven't mentioned that, but yeah. This is a new record. Just came out this weekend. Go give it a listen. I like it. I don't know if I don't know if I like it more than the first album. I definitely like it more than the last record. I wasn't too big a fan of I Don't Run. But this is way better produced. They're playing better. The songwriting is even better. I definitely think this. While I don't know if I like it the most out of any of their albums, I definitely think this is their best production, their best record probably though. Needless to say. So, let's give it a sleeve. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Sleeved. Let's just get this one out the way, so we have to look at it too long. I don't have too much to say about Vane, who are they're from Boston. They're Boston hardcore, metalcore. I've heard some people say nu-metalcore, which I do fuck with the nu-metalcore labeled stuff, whatever it may be. Mathcore to a degree. Which they're kind of different. They're a different type of band. I definitely think they are definitely of the new metalcore and hardcore scene that's out there that you might see in like videos like Hate56, which their set on by Hate56, which you can find on YouTube, is awesome. Really makes me eager to want to go see them live. But yeah, the thing I like about them is their combination of those things I just named. There's electronic, somewhat industrial element to them as well, which, you know, kind of similar to what Code Orange has been doing these last few years, especially with the new record. That really has me looking to see what bands are going to sound like in the next few years that are inspired by Code Orange and guys like Vane. Very interesting. This whole this whole style and take. I'm afraid to see what the gatefold holds in, but it's that simple. So, yeah. The front seems to be the most gruesome to look at. Yeah. And these are the guys of Vane. Yeah. This album dropped in 2018, and I haven't stopped listening to it. So when I saw that they had on vinyl recently for reasonably cheap, I said, that's a steal for me. So had to get it, and it's on splatter vinyl. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's fucking nice. And it came with a download card, but I'm not showing that to y'all because I'm putting this on my iPod. That's it. So last time I'll show it to y'all. But yeah, please definitely check this album out. It's really good. In my opinion, it's really good. If you love metalcore, but you want something different, one little extra, something a little extra, a little experimental to it, definitely listen to Vane's Errorzone. And last but not least, Fishbone, The Reality of My Surroundings. Man, how did I get into Fishbone? I mean, they've been on my radar for years. But what finally was the tipping point, I guess you could say, for me to give them a listen was they have a documentary called Everyday Sunshine. It's narrated by Lawrence Fishburne, I believe. It pretty much covers how they started, how they formed, leading all the way up to, I think, around 2013, because I think that's when it came out. I believe, was it 2013 or 2003? I don't know, but it's at that time only Norwood and Angelo were the only two members from the original lineup that were still in the band. Now, everyone with the exception of guitarist Kendall Jones, are back in the band. Walt's been in the band Dirty Walt's been in the band for a few years. He came back not too long ago, shortly after the documentary, I think. And last year or so, their keyboards and trombonist Chris Dowd, who's got some of the best songs. He sings lead on some of the best songs on this album. He came back to the band, and then their drummer, Norwood's brother, Philip Fisher, returned to the band recently. So pretty much, and John Bingham, who was their rhythm guitarist for this album and the following album, Give a Monkey a Brain, He'll Think He's the Center of the Universe. That's the actual title of the record, which is really good. That's probably my second favorite Fishbone album. To this be my favorite. Yeah, he came back too, but he recently left. So really kept my fingers crossed, hoping that Kendall will somehow come back as the guitarist in the band. We will have the original 6-piece lineup of Fishbone back out there. But until then, still go see Fishbone live right now with 5 out of the 6 back in the band, because they're killing it. I saw them, was it last year? I think it was it last year I saw them? Or was it 2018? I can't remember. But I saw them live as soon as they announced the show in my city with basically everybody but Kendall. John was still in the band. John Bingham was still in the band at that time. And they were amazing. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen at least 100 shows, 100 concerts. So, yeah, Fishbone killed it. His gatefold is awesome. Yeah. Just as awesome as this freaking cover, man. Love it. I love it. Oh, here's a surprise. I thought maybe it was standard black. It is not. Whoa! Look at this. Okay. That's some nice colors on it. I don't think I knew that they were gonna be colored by. Yeah. If you have not given Fishbone a listen, please do. One of the best rock bands just ever. Just one of the best bands ever, man. They do everything. Ska, punk, funk, metal, R&B, soul, a little gospel. They do everything. But I love them because it is an all-black band. All-black rock band. Band of brothers. and they kill it. They are all nasty on their respective instruments, and they're just crazy, man. They're unpredictable. So unpredictable. So yeah, but yeah. This is my favorite Fishbone album, The Reality of My Surroundings. Give it a listen. I don't think it's on streaming services, but go give it a listen, okay? Yeah. Top to bottom, great album. And that's everything. That is all my finds for the day. All my, not finds, I didn't find them, I ordered them. That's everything I got today. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, share it to other people that like this vinyl stuff. Can't forget this. Can't forget that. And the cover of one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands. Spanish Bombs by The Clash. I need some Clash vinyl. So I got a CD box set. I need vinyl. But yeah, man, that's it. See y'all later. This is now your vinyl channel. Peace.